Snappy stories. Once upon a time, there was one mother duck. One day, Mother Duck sat waiting patiently for her 6 eggs to hatch. Each egg was very precious, and she hardly moved dared in case any of the eggs got cold without her. One day, 5 tiny, fluffy yellow ducklings popped excitedly out of their shells. But biggest egg didn't hatch. Mother Duck began to worry, so she taped lightly on the shell. "Are you all right in there?" she asked. Still, she heard nothing. "It's time to come out now." She called. A little louder cracking sound. Out of the biggest egg came a very large and gray duckling. Mother Duck was a bit surprised that this duckling looked so different, but she was very relieved he had hatched safely. "It's time for all of you to have your first swimming lesson. Follow me." One day, Mother Duck proudly took her duckling to the pond. They dived. The large, horrible duckling was the best swimmer of all. But the other duckling were mean. They couldn't stop laughing at how the duckling looked, and they started to tease him. The meanest duckling came right up to him. "You are the gray duckling I never did see, and there's no place on this farm for you," he quacked. Mother Duck was furious. "You leave him alone," she quacked back. But the other duckling joined in with the teasing and laughing, and the poor duckling was frightened. He ran as far away as his little legs would carry him. Mother Duck looked everywhere, but the duckling was now here to be found. The gray duckling soon got lost on he wondered until he reached a marsh. Some geese started to laugh at him. "You look very odd," they honked loudly. "What kind of duck are you?" The gray duckling hung his head sadly. "Everybody thinks I look strange," he whimpered. "I wish I could find some friend, but I don't think I'll find any here." One day, Gray Duckling came to a riverbank. Nobody laughed at him, so he decided to stay and hide there. He did feel lonely, and he often wished for some other swans to talk. One day, he saw 2 beautiful white swans soaring above the river. They looked so graceful and happy. "If only I were more like them," he sighed miserably. "Then nobody would laugh at me or chase me away." A few weeks later, autumn arrived. The leaves on the trees turned red and golden, and wind blew them in swirls around the duckling's hiding place. He felt even lonelier as then other animals left the rivers to sleep or find a warmer home for the winter. Winter came. Snow covered the riverbank like a blanket, and the river iced over. The gray duckling was hungry, cold, and lonelier than he had ever felt before. A winter turned to spring. Gray Duckling made a decision. He told himself firmly, "I must find my family. Otherwise, I will die of loneliness." The gray duckling swam up the river until he came to a pond, and there, gliding gracefully on the water and causing barely a ripple, were the same 2 beautiful white swans he had seen above the river. "Here goes," thought the gray duckling bravely. "Unless I try to talk to them, I will never know whether they will be my friends or not. All they can do is laugh or tell me to go away. And if they do that, then I will just find some other friends." He took a really deep breath, looked down into the still water of the pond, and gasped as he saw his reflection. Is that me? Can that really be me?" The gray duckling feathers were now glossy and white. His neck was long and graceful. He was really a beautiful white swan, just like that others. The other swans had glided silently up behind him. "Hello, young swan," they called. "Why are you swimming all on your own? Would you like to join us?" The beautiful swan, Gray Duckling, giggled happily. "Yes, please," he laughed. "Then I need to find Mother Duck and tell her all about my adventures.